Roczen looks like he's doing the HEP Suzuki deal.
I thought it was going to be announced today.
I didn't say that. I just said contract signed.
Oh, I didn't see. I just said I thought it was too.
Oh, no. I just said contract signing because I'd heard from someone close to Roczen that he was signing on Monday. And that's why I said Twitter today, I said happy Ken Roczen signing day because I think it's going to happen. So what's your thoughts on that? Where are you at with Kenny? Now, I think he went to the HEP test with like, sure, I'll try your bike. Why not? Probably stay with the Firepower Honda guys, et cetera, or maybe the Cowies or whatever. But from what I know, he loved the bike. Loved it.
So here's where I think where it goes. Similar situation for me. Went to a Glen Helen test, rode Hartraft's bike, did a Racer X test on his bike. Was thinking, it's just another Suzuki test, whatever. Right. And I was pleasantly surprised. Like, wow, it's really fast. It handles decent. And I was surprised by it. So similar, I think Roczen already was kind of like, yeah, okay, I'll try it just for shits and giggles. You know, there's some money attached to that. Why not give it a try? And then was shocked by how well it worked. So his expectations were probably really low, which led to, oh, wow, this thing actually is pretty good, especially on a supercross track. I know how good the engine is. So when I rode it, I was like, holy crap, this thing is very, very fast. That chassis is something he already familiar with. Yeah. It hasn't changed that much since he rode them. He probably felt comfortable on it right away. It has ergos that make you feel that way, similar to a Honda where you sit on it, you're like, oh yeah, this is right at home. And let's face it, a Suzuki corners like nobody's business. And with his settings that he likes to run his stuff soft, that enhances that cornering ability, he can cut down. So I think along with that and the money, why not do it?
Yeah, it's definitely, from what I know, the best financial opportunity was with HEP. Yeah.
And one more thing that I don't think anybody else kind of thought about. I don't know Kenny personally, but I know some people around him. And I feel like he's thinking, you know what? This bike's pretty good. I got a good chunk of money for this. No one's expecting me to win on this thing. So what if I go win on this? The upside is huge. The downside is like, yeah, of course he's not going to win. We already know that it's a Suzuki. There's no way. So now let's say Kenny does come out and win. It just looks that much better for him. So it's all upside, I feel like.
I don't believe that. He can win on this bike.
Oh, I know he can. Right, but I'm saying
the general public.
The general perception is it's okay if he doesn't win because it's a Suzuki.
I totally think he can win. He can win races.
Yes.
Eric, do you have any doubt?
I don't have any doubt that he can win. I am a little bit surprised with the move, though.
Yeah.
Because Kris talked about like it's for a lot of money, but
I don't think it's for a lot of money, but it's the most money he can make. Yes. Yeah.
And I know he likes the team structure. You know, it's a set team. If he liked the bike, and he's familiar with it because when was that? 2015.
16, I think was the last year. Yeah.
So. But man, he looked good on that Honda. So then I'm like,
I
keep going back and forth. Like, I don't,
It creates a storyline. I'm sure his agent has thought about this. Like, holy shit! If you win on this bike, we can really blow this up. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the HEP guys are good too. They run a good team, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think all of that's really good. They do a good job. We'll talk about Hartraft's injury and more when it comes to that.
And now Larry Brooks in there too.
Brooks is in there. Roczen's going to love Brooks.
Very serious.
Brooks will live, eat, sleep, breathe getting Ken Roczen.
Larry's a good guy.
Yep. So I think he's going to end up doing that. It should be interesting to see, but I have no doubt that he can win races on the HEP Suzuki. I don't put him as a championship favorite. I wouldn't have put him as a championship favorite on a Honda.
Right.
But yes, he can win races.
But will it surprise you if he comes out and wins A1?
Well, probably not because it's Ken Roczen. Correct. But I do think, look, it's December 5th. Anaheim's a month away. Isn't Anaheim the 4th or 5th? Isn't it really a month?
So. I think it's just over. Yeah.
So I 100% expect Kenny for the first few rounds. When I go to talk to him after the races, he's going to tell us about how he's still getting used to the bike. He started late, all that. I 100% expect that. That's a built-in, and it's a legitimate excuse.
Yeah,
reason.
But he could win and still say the same thing.
Well, when he won Paula last year, he was on this show, and he was like, I can't believe I won Paula.
Right.
I never thought I was good. I wasn't ready, blah, blah. It just came so easy.
Possum.
Possum. Yeah.
He didn't like that.
He did not like
Did
Possum
not like
comment. But yeah, so should be interesting to see what he does. How he does
Look
on this thing.
Not to bring this up again, but like similar to thing, like it downplays. Everything's mellowed down. Him not feeling good, he goes out and wins Paula. The Suzuki thing, no one expects him to do anything. He's gonna, and if he does great, it looks that much better. Like
there's
it's a low stress level.
Yeah,
it's low stress.
Right. No, you're right. Can he take his 16 stuff and bolt it on? The bike's different.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
like could he replicate? Like, I don't mean physically.
They won't, but he could.
Right.
Yes.
But could he get? Hey, Showa, what did I run in 16?
Oh yeah, I don't think they'll go that far back. No.
There's been advances. There's been all
yes.
That. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Chris, you said you rode Heart Raft's bike. Did you ever ride the 2016 version, like RCH, or have any experience with that?
I did not ride the RCH bike. No.
I just wondered because I would think that the motor is got to be better.
I've ridden a factory Suzuki when there's a factory bike. I've ridden a Leslie Suzuki when he was on one, and then as far as past that, production was the only thing I rode up until HEP. So, but I was just comparing the HEP bike to all these other support satellite factory bikes that I have ridden in the past, and for me, at least,
good, right?
Yeah, for me in the engine department, there's no lack of power there. As far as when I say power, people think, oh, it must be crazy fast. No, there's a lot of it there, but it's usable. It's not out of control, right? And there has to be usable power that connects to the rear wheel, that drives you forward, that doesn't light up the rear end, that's not making you tired. Suzuki, what they did with that engine, has response but connectivity.
I like the people that on social media that's like, well, first of all, I was told it was too heavy. Like, give me a break. Like, it is the heaviest bike.
When you go to put it on the stand, it's heavy as a mother.
But it's not. It's the heaviest bike, but it's a couple pounds over. It's fine.
Yes.
The HEP team will also get it lighter. So that will work. And also, the motor can be made as fast as you possibly want it. You don't want it. HEP can make the bike a rocket ship.
Yes.
And Kenny won't want that.
Correct.
But so don't even talk about how the motor is not as good as a Yamaha.
Kenny likes his power really smooth.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I hate the weight thing because with some weight comes stability. If you lighten the bike up too much, there are some issues that come along with that. Even on a supercross track, a little bit of weight and how it's distributed on the bike is really good through whoops. Like, I've heard other factory riders say, hey, I want to make my bike a little bit heavier in some areas to make it track through the whoops. So we could be on the minimum edge of the weight scale for AMA, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Just because it's light, sure, you can be able to corner better, lightweight turn down, but people freak out on weight. It's not all about that.
Yeah.
Isn't it a little bit of deja vu, too, when Kenny went back to Suzuki and with RCH? I mean, he had a history with Suzuki back in the day, and he loved it. He always said that. I love my Suzukis, and then he went to RCH. For me, it's a little bit of a deja vu. Like he's going back
feel, right?
again. Yeah, he's like, I'm just going back to an old comfy bed. You know?
Couldn't you see him just coming out and winning?
Not that Suzuki's comfy
winning
bed.
Anaheim.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't. Like, people are like, oh my god. Like, honestly, I'd be like, yep.
No, I know. Yeah, he can. He can definitely win on this bike.
Not a championship.
Right.
But I feel like he could win races.
I 100% agree. I think Kenny could win races like on a couch.
Yes.
on a Beta.
But now that and we're part of to blame, the media is like the Suzuki beatdown that everyone puts on this bike.
Electric start would be nice. But
correct.
Yeah, right.
But I'm just saying the bike is still capable.
Right.
You know. So.
Yeah, 100%. No. So we'll look and see if that gets done. I think it will, and that'll be interesting.